Hey everyone, this is Whiskey Before Breakfast on the 5-string banjo. This is a melodic style fiddle tune arrangement. I have other ones of them, if you like this. I also have guitar arrangements for pretty much everyone that I do on the banjo. Anyways, this is the way it sounds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, there she be. That is Whiskey Before Breakfast on the 5-string banjo. So, quickly let's talk about the chords, the forms, and the technique that we're using here. The tab will be in the video, but if you want a PDF of this and the lead sheet, the music notation, and the tablature, you can get that on my Patreon, so consider supporting me because it's very helpful. Anywho, this is the form of the tune. So we have, like every single fiddle tune I've ever played, an A section, then you repeat it, then a B section, then you repeat that. So let's go through the chords. The A section, so we're in the key of C, and we just really need the key chords C, G, F. We use an A minor in here, well, kind of an A minor. D minor and a D minor. But let's go through the chords. So the A section is C chord, F chord, then a C chord, then a G chord, C again, F, then a C, then a G, then a C. That repeats, F, then C, then G chord, C, then C again, F, then C, then G, then C. Here comes the B section. C chord, D chord, D minor, then a G7. Now this last 4 bars is actually kind of tough. It's almost based on a descending bass line, so we're going to follow that bass line on the banjo. So we're going to go C, then a G, but we're going to hit the B first. Then we're going to get A minor. Then we get C over G. Then we get F. Then a C. Or I'd probably go. And then G. So I'm gonna, it should be up there, but I'm going to just do that again. So C, G over B, A minor. A minor over G or C over G is basically the same chord. F, then C, then G, then C. So one more time with me mumbling the melody. D minor, then G7. Then we got the C, then G, then A minor, C, F, then C, then G, then C. Okay. Alright, so now let's talk technique-wise. This is all melodic style, but there's a lot of runs here that don't fit very well into the melodic scale. So we're doing a C melodic scale arrangement here, so you should be familiar with a C melodic scale. I'm just trying to think of how I have this written, and so I don't do it. There's this position, and you can go up here as well. Yeah, if you're not familiar with melodic scales, the idea here is that we're always playing notes on different strings so that we can let them ring out together. Now there's a couple different scenarios in which I have a hard time doing that, so we get a lot of like hammer-ons and pulls-offs and slides. So we're going to see that. But I try to make a couple different solutions for each problem. That's the way I do these arrangements. So for example, sometimes I go to this F, sometimes I go to this F, and partly that's for me to learn the banjo a little bit better. Well, partly it's because I want to be able to improvise a little bit more, and the other part is I make a mistake and I like to have an out. So if I make the same mistake twice, I'll go, well, how can I recover from that mistake? So I figure out a way of recovering it. Anywho, Yeah. Try, if you're not familiar with the C major melodic scale, try practicing that up and down first to get into this. Now we're going to go into the tablature here. So here's the A section. The first line looks like this. Right, we're all over the place on this, right? We're here in this little section. I definitely recommend you use your middle finger, third finger, and first finger to get this. Particularly with that rundown. This part I find weird. You really want to hit this note relatively strong to slide it in from 5 to 6. But it stays there. Alright, and this is like a C chord with a pull off. Okay, then the next line starts out the same way. Then we have this little variation. And you could keep doing that. But here we go. Okay, so a couple things I'll mention here. Again, we're doing that same position, but now we move from this position to the other position. And we almost always move positions when we hit the open 5th G string. So here we have this. So as soon as we hit that, we can switch. This is the second bar, third bar, by the way. 3, 5, 3. And then we move up to this position, which is middle finger and first finger. Where is it? Now I get this with my thumb. Actually, I should mention with this one, lots of people don't want to go here with the middle finger and first finger and use their thumb. They don't like the thumb. So what you can do is first finger and third finger here. And then slide it up here and get first finger and third finger here. And use the middle finger to get that, it's a C note. Okay, so now we repeat the B section, but there's a couple little variations I do here. So let's go line by line. We have this. First 2 bars aren't anything new, but the second bar is actually quite tricky, but this is that I hit this F and I don't know what to do, so I have this other variation. If I hit this F, this is what I do. You could play the exact same thing that I did in that first line of the A section, but here's the variation. Slide up to here, and this is with first finger and pinky finger. It's a bit of a stretch, but it's nice. Okay, last line of the A section. This is exactly the same as we did it before. Right? Now the only difference here is we cannot pinch the C chord here. What we have to do is start the B section. This is the part that will always throw me off. But we start here this way. Again, you have to get that with your index. Index, thumb, going on to the B section. So I'll start again with that little pickup. 3. One more time. It's all pretty straightforward there. Alright, that's a little bit weird. Again, we get that open G with the index finger. That's just a D minor chord. Next line. Now we're talking about all these hammer-ons and pulls-offs. I don't really like doing that so much on the banjo. It kind of loses a little bit of the banjo stuff when it's just like... but sometimes if I want to play those notes down there, that's where I got to do it. Okay, and then we start this pickup again at the very end. Ba-ba-dum, 2, 3... That's exactly like we played it the first time, and then we have the last line, which is quite different. Now we're filling it up all with notes, but we have this. We're going to start with our middle finger and third finger here on this partial C chord here, and it sounds like this. 3, 4... I'm going to do that again. I'm right there, then we get this B note. Kind of like 2 chords. Then we have... That's exactly the same. that. Be whiskey before breakfast. This is it's a little challenging, but it's a lot of fun to play. It's kind of a tough variation, but you learn a lot. I learned a lot from doing this arrangement when I did it. It's been a little while. Anyways, so thanks so much for being here. I'm going to play through this one time nice and slow so you can see along with the tablature. But if you want a copy of the PDF or just you like what I'm doing, please consider supporting me on Patreon. All right, here's how it sounds, kind of at a nice slow tempo with the tab. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Till next time, hope you have fun. Bye.